joining us on this 100th episode of the Mainland Podcast. Very happy to have with us Pride defender Allie Krieger. Allie, thanks for being with us.
Hi, thank you. I'm honored to be a part of your 100th episode. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Obviously, we're happy to have you, being big fans of both the Orlando Pride and the U.S. women's national team. I want to start out by asking you about this recent hot streak that the Pride have put together. You guys are playing great of late, and just as someone who's been around since the beginning of the year and seeing the ups and downs of the season, how has this run been for you? Having the team outscoring the opponents 10-1 over the last 3 games.
I love how you called it a hot streak. I'm definitely going to use that now. But I'm so incredibly happy with how we've been performing and how the team's confidence has grown in the past 2 games. And even just looking at the beginning of the season, obviously at the very beginning, everybody wants to win. And if you don't win and you're not at the top of the table at the very beginning, then people think, it's going to be tough for them to get into the playoffs. Top 4, but you never want to peak at the beginning of the season. I think that everything has happened for a reason for us, and I think everything has panned out the way that it's supposed to be, and I think we've handled ourselves really well, and we've won the games that we've needed to, and we've built our confidence, we've built our team morale, and we just come together, I think, perfectly at the right time. Now, obviously we need to win the next few games, and a handful of these games in order to be in the playoffs. But I think just with the confidence that we've built, that we're continuing down this really positive path that we've created. And I think that it's just, we take one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and just focus on every opponent and how we can, I guess, just expose their weaknesses and continue to grow and get better and beat these teams and continue to climb the table, because we do want to get in probably position 1 or 2 just to have 2 home games, because the final will be in Orlando. So that'll be really exciting.
Well, Michael and I, from the very beginning, talked about how the second half of the season kind of favored the Pride and look good for you guys. So hopefully all the stars are lining up.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you though, obviously, you guys take a hit, like you said, ups and downs. So Alex is out, and then you get Marta, but then you lose Ashlyn. So, can you give me your thoughts on obviously on how Audrey was able to step in, and then what it's like having Ashlyn back in goal?
Obviously, it's really tough. It's obviously a roller coaster that happens throughout the season. And, you're, I guess, always prepared for it, but you're never expecting that, the injuries and then, maybe players not being available at the beginning of the season, like Alex and, her going overseas. But I think that, the players who we have such depth within the team as well. And I think the players who were called upon to fill those spots and fill those roles did their job perfectly. And I think that it got us to where we are now. So, obviously you never prepare for that to happen. You're aware of it, but, we never really freaked out, because we did have players who did their job and played their role and got us to where we are now. And I think that we did that really well. And I think that players stepped up and were very professional, took those positions and ran with it and proved why they deserve to play at the highest level, why they deserve to play here with Orlando and be a part of this team. So I think Aubrey, for example, which is a perfect example of what I'm trying to explain, is that, she's a player that could play on any team in the NWSL, and I think start for a lot of the other teams within the league. And she's very professional. She did her job. She played her role. She's very good. She stepped up, and when we needed her, and got the job done and helped us get to where we are now. And I think that obviously it's great to see a player like that come in and do so well and do her part. And that's what you have to do when you're called upon. That's why players are here, and that's why we're playing at the highest level. And you just have to trust your teammates and trust that they're going to do a good job and do their part. But obviously, having the leadership and the captain and Ashlyn back on the field helps tremendously. She's a world-class goalkeeper and the leader of our team and the captain of our team. And so obviously having that leadership and that communication coming from the back is very good, having her back in that spot. It's just kind of, I think, lifts the confidence of the team all together. But Aubrey obviously did such an amazing job, and I say this over and over again. She could play for any other team in the league, and she stepped in, and we didn't miss a beat. Honestly, we didn't miss a beat with her in the goal. So she got, I don't know how many saves of the week. I don't know if I should say you're welcome because that was maybe some defensive errors on our part. But, I think that she just did her part, and she did what, her job title is supposed to be, and that's to save goals and to jump in and, play well, and she did. So it was great, and obviously she's ready more than ever, and obviously having Ashlyn back has been great for us. So that just builds our confidence altogether.
Speaking of growing or playing roles, you've been asked to do a lot of things this year. You played some right back, you played some right center back, and now currently on this run you've been playing left center back. What's it been like having Tom as a coach and moving you around, and what's that been like for you this season?
It's been great. Obviously I'm fairly new to the left center back, but I'm open to any position that he needs me to play, and the team needs me to play because that's what's first and foremost, and the team comes first. So obviously he trusts me in those positions, and I'm he'll tell me, hey, I need this from you or that, and I'm going to try to apply that to the game and do the best I can. And, I just want him to be able to trust me, and I know he does, and to believe in me to play that position. So any position that I need to play, as long as I'm on the field, I'm happy, and I'm going to do my job. I'm going to do it well, and that's why I'm here. So I think also playing for Tom, even with the national team, was incredible because he knows I don't know. He just knows how to get the best out of players and each individual, and he's such an amazing coach and a great guy. And I don't know. You look to the sideline, and you don't feel this with a lot of coaches, I guess. But fortunately, I think I can speak for all of us that we look to the sideline and we want to run through a brick wall for him. And he's I don't know, done and encouraged me so much, not only this season, but when I was on the national team too, and coming back from an injury, and just encouraging me and motivating me and inspiring me to try and get the best out of me and to push me a little bit. And I think he knows how to do that with a lot of different players, and that's something that not a lot of coaches have that ability, and I really respect him and his decisions, and we're all following him, and we all are bought in and going after the common goals. So I think he's done such an amazing job with our team, and I respect him so much. So all of us are really fighting not only for ourselves and our teammates, but for the coaching staff. And I think he's done a great job of putting this team together only in the second year of this team being a part of the league. So I think it's pretty incredible what he's done with this club so far, only in the second year, and maybe having limited options of personnel. So I think credit to him and the coaching staff for really getting us to where we are and getting everybody on the same page. So I can't say enough good things about him, but I know for a fact that all of us would run through a brick wall for him and do as much as we can to win, not only for the team, but for him.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned, personnel, because obviously, as Michael mentioned, you doing different positions, but also, taking a leadership role on the defense, being an experienced player. I'm curious who among your teammates in the defense that is impressing you with their play. Who are you looking at and saying, this young player, this person is somebody special. They have something special. Who is it that's showing that for you?
Well, I think all of our defenders are really good, and they all bring different aspects to the table and different, I guess, magic, I would say, and different skills. So I can't like pinpoint and say, oh, this person is like incredible, but I think all of us kind of bring something to the table that fits perfectly together. That all of us can kind of jump in and play really well together, and I think. That's what has helped us this past or this season, just because there has been a few changes, there has been personnel changes, and people have jumped in and out of the starting lineup and in the back line specifically, and obviously moving positions for me personally, and then other people as well. But everyone has been so professional about that and kind of jumped in and done their job, just like I was speaking about before. But I know that like Steph Catley. Is an incredible outside back, probably the best left back in the world. I could say that confidently right now, and I think that I think she's been really really great this season, and just so dynamic in our attack, and obviously defensively in 1v1. I really trust her. I mean, I trust all of my teammates, but I think that she's really stuck out for me as well. And then just players stepping in when they're called upon. When there's different lineups that we have, and when we play a lot of games in 1 week, players are stepping up and doing their job, and that's impressive to me as a whole. But as a leader, obviously, I really love that role because I try to lead by example, but I don't need a captain's armband to be a leader on this team and to help this team succeed. I'm just going to do that naturally. So I really feel confident in that, and I've been really impressed with everyone's attitude to want to win, to want to succeed, and to want to just continue to get better every single day. That's something that's very impressive to me with this group of women.
Allie, before we let you get out of here, just I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about your experiences with the U.S. Women's National Team. Just first, a couple quick thoughts on Christy Pierce, who may or may not be retiring at the end of the season. You've obviously played with her; she's been such a huge part of the U.S. Women's program. What has it meant to you to have been her teammate over the years?
It is. Gosh, that's just sum it up. It's been a dream. I learned so much from her being in the, leading up to the 2011 World Cup when I had to play right back next to her when she was right center back. She helped coach me a lot and just showed me how to be professional and how to work hard and get what you want and just, I guess, just help lead me in that position, so to speak. Like she really helped coach me in that spot, and I just appreciate her efforts so much, and just what an incredible teammate she is, an incredible captain, and just an ultimate leader, honestly, in everything that she does, from like family to football to just her lifestyle. And it's such a healthy, positive lifestyle to live, and I respect her so much because of that. And I always think of just superwoman. That's the word that comes to mind. I've said this so often before, even in interviews or video clips of her. And I'm just like, just to describe her in one word is just superwoman. And she really is that. She embodies just how to be a true professional in everything that she does. And she helped me so much. I looked up to her and, first coming on to the national team. So I obviously respect her so much and appreciate everything that she helped me through when I was a young player, coming up through the ranks. And I really look to her as just like a really great leader in that role. So she's wonderful, and I can't say enough good things about her.
The final question I have for you is a two-parter. You just had the Tournament of Nations. You're 2 caps shy of 100 for your career with the U.S. I just wanted to get a sense of whether or not that's actually something that's very important to you and something that you'd like to achieve. And then the second part of the question is, how aggravated will you be to be called up for friendlies that are taking place the week of the NWSL final if the Pride are in the final?
Well, I'd be like, hard pass, Jill. Come on, your favorite Florida team, is in the final. So she would definitely understand, and that's obviously on the back burner. We can't think of that right now, but I'm sure she would want us to be in the final, because that's, I don't know. I can't speak for her, but I'm just assuming now. But that would be wonderful. Anytime I'm called upon to play for my country, it's an honor, an absolute honor. And I'm always ready. I'm prepared in every way possible, and it's the best team in the world. So anytime that I'm called up to the national team, I can't wait to be a part of that. But also the whole caps and the 98 caps thing. Yes. It's in my mind. It's in the back of my mind, but that's not everything to me. And I don't play for that team and put on the USA jersey because I want to get to this amount of caps. For me, it's about putting on the jersey and playing for the best team in the world and to win. I love playing at the highest level, and a lot of hard caps I have. Yes, I'm too shy away from 100, but honestly, I'm not counting. It's there. I see it, but that's not why I put on the jersey, and that's not why I say yes to every camp that I'm invited to. And I think that everyone has to understand that it's important, and it would be amazing for my career because it's so close. And that's just such an incredible achievement for anyone, for any player at the highest level. That's exactly something that is wonderful to have in my back pocket, but it's not everything. And I think that, to understand me is I love to play at the highest level because I'm competitive, I'm determined, and I want to win anytime I'm out there. And I want to represent my country with pride. So that's what's most important to me.
All right, Allie Krieger, Orlando Pride and U.S. Women's National Team defender. Thank you so much for being with us on the Mainland Podcast, and good luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Allie.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys are fans. Talk soon.